Hi y'all. I wanted to hurry up and make this video, put it together real quick because I wanted to make sure I at least be one of the first to, well, not the first, but at least one of the first few people to create this video and put my thoughts on the new ARG for Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, the new teaser that Mob Entertainment has released a couple hours ago. If some of you guys have seen it already, it has shown a lot of a tape of these two scientists, biologists, and we got to see a little bit of what was happening during the Hour of Joy, and we did get to see a possible new character, and there was a lot of also hidden secrets and clues behind this this tape. So I wanted to hurry up and show this to you guys and get this out the way. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and begin. Okay, so for this new ARG, the Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, we got this new restriction video, which is called The Condemption, which it shows us, of course, 3 different dates, times, and this focuses on 2 characters that we are now familiar with and we know. And these are the 2 scientists, which one of them, as we know, we are familiar with her now because we've seen her a couple times in the past, which is Dr. Jessica. And the other guy, in which his face is blurred out so we can't really see who he is, but we know that he is Dr. Preston. And I know, I have a feeling of what if, and I know some of you guys have a feeling, a gut feeling of who this Dr. Preston is. But we're gonna get more into that a bit later of who this Dr. Preston character is. And as of right now, this has taken place in the event of the Hour of Joy, and they are in the laboratories where they're doing the experiments on these the bigger body initiatives and the kids and the plushies. So you have Dr. Jessica and Dr. Preston, which they had block the doors, and they are like taking cover and just waiting for rescue to rescue them because they are trapped with nowhere to go. And that they're just having their hope, they're trying to get their hopes up, you know, and what they're going to do when they get out of there. But eventually Dr. Preston has come out and said something that set Dr. Jessica off, and saying a really interesting thing about possibly having something to do with, well, not possibly, but we know that from the reactions and saying let them, you let them. Well, we know that Dr. Preston has something to do with the contribution to the shift of the event leading up to the Hour of Joy, where the experiments are loose. So we know that Dr. Preston, and also from what he said, there were other people involved with this this plan of doing this thing. Maybe he had released some of these experiments, or maybe he had done something else, but but it wasn't quite like said of what he specifically did. And because of that, Dr. Jessica was really upset, and she was like, how could you do this? And Dr. Preston was just had enough of it. He was sick of how you know, they were treating the kids, and how they were transporting them into these plushies and torturing them. And, you know, Dr. Jessica is like, well, this is what we do. You know, she has like no regrets of what's happening. And while that was going on, they was ambushed by a Huggy Wuggy. Well, we saw by the hand, but it was a Huggy Wuggy, and we saw in the security's footage that it was Huggy Wuggy. So Dr. Preston was able to escape through the door, but Dr. Jessica was left behind, so she may have been attacked and killed, but we don't know. But from maybe my possibility, she may have not made it and she was killed. And Dr. Preston made his way down the stairs, and he bumped into a character. And this is a new character. I think this is a new character because this one had paws, and it grabbed Dr. Preston. So we don't know if Dr. Preston was killed or alive. We don't know what happened with him. So that's the gist of what happened in the Condemnation video, because these took times of August 8th, 1995, and August 13th, 1995, and August 18th, 1995. So I did the calculation of how many days they've been stuck. They've been trapped in a laboratory, and they've been stuck for 9 days, 20 hours, and 33 minutes. Crazy. Wow. So that's pretty much the gist, but I would like to get into the secrets. I want to do this real quick with the secrets, so let's get straight into these secrets, because there has been some hidden secrets inside the ARG, this Condemnation video. So let's get started. The first one I wanted to talk about was in the beginning of the Condemnation video. We see this bomb that was shown in the beginning, and it looks like it's something that was set off. So what if this was a bomb that was set off in the laboratory? Because that explains why there are like rubbles of like rocks and rubbles of like on top of each other, as we saw like some of the pictures in the Poppy Playtime chapter 5 on their Steam page. But that could be like a hint, or it could just be like a bomb that we might be using in the Poppy Playtime chapter 5. But this could be a bomb that someone had created and has set off. Maybe one of the scientists have. So that's what I found very interesting. Like the first thing that we saw was this particular bomb, like device, like set off device. The next one is that we get these really cool pictures of what we are going to, what the laboratory looks like, and we see like bloody gore like on the floor, like blood. So this is like the aftermath from like the Hour of Joy. But this also gives us like a visual of what the laboratories are going to look like, and what we're going to see ourselves get into with the Poppy Playtime chapter 5. Next thing is that we learned about these characters a bit more. First things first, Dr. Jessica. We know that Dr. Jessica grew up in play care. She was one of the orphans, and she had left from play care to get her degree, and she came right back to work for research and development and Playtime Code Factory. So that's what we know much about. That's what we know about Jessica, and we know from her character, from these videos we've seen, like it's all about the work. It's all about the experiments. She has no empathy of the work she does, no regrets. And the stuff that she does, it doesn't even like phase her like one bit. She just she just gets the job done. So there's like, she has like nowhere, nothing to do, and she doesn't really have much of a background as well. So she doesn't have anywhere to go, and because all her life she grew up living in play care. So so it is a sad bad story, like a sad background, but it kind of upsets me, the fact that, you know, she has this mindset where she of the position she's in of doing these experiments on these kids. But that's just how it is when you are in play care and growing up in play care, and what they feed you, what they teach you in there. So the next character, Dr. Preston, and I have a feeling, because they did give us hints of, and the facial blur of who this Dr. Preston might be, and from his tone of voice, and how we hear a lot of sympathy and a lot of rebellious tone coming out of him. We know that this definitely, possibly, could be our one and only, drum roll, PW, because it makes sense. I mean, Preston P. And if I'm not correct, I think his last name is Williard or something. Williard. From what I understand, I think it was Willier. I heard somebody said that his last name is Willier, but I could be wrong. But we know that that character is PW. And it did give us a hint when they show us like the schedule on there, where it says like the dates, and him was about to quit, but he was convinced to come back. And it does make a lot of sense, because like I said, he was put into doing these experimentations, and the fact that like he has regrets, and he just couldn't bear to do it any longer. And as if anyone has read the Poppy Playtime orientation notebook, it does show a lot of, we got to do something about this. This has to stop. Someone needs to hear about this. This is all PW was just going through. So we know that this character definitely has to be PW. But like I said, we don't know if he's alive or dead, because he was taken. But like I said, we don't know if he's alive or dead. So hopefully we get to know more about this character, what happens with him. So, or we might not know what happened with him. So that's what I think, my theory, PW. So the next part of that video, a thing we found was the outline that they drew of the laboratory. And it was quite interesting that we saw some of the things on there, and I wanted to point it out because of course they did wrote like play care 12 hours, like this shelf which is like 1 hour, but there is some couple things on there that was quite interesting that I wanted to point out. Like, for an example, in the biochemistry room that they were talking about in the video, the initials RD, I was trying to figure out what the abbreviations of those might be. And of course, the one thing that was very obvious that I came up with, which fits because it is a laboratory by biochemistry kind of field, which is of course research and development. So those might be the research and development rooms, where they do experiments on the kids with the plushies. So that's what I figured the RD stands for. It's the research and development rooms. Now, there was another one on there where it says the 2-1. I have it circled, and it says avoid, initials PE. Now, PE, they said avoid it because of PE. I have a feeling because the only other character that we know that are in the labs is the one and only. What if the PE is abbreviation and stands for prototype? Because the prototype is spelled. Because there is no other PE abbreviation that fits what this is trying to say. And of course, they want to avoid that room with the prototype. I would want to avoid that room with the prototype. I mean, that's just me. So that's what I was getting from that. So what if that particular room might indicate that's where the prototype is? So that's what I was getting from the map, from my understanding. Okay, so this next one is going to be breakdown and a couple, there's going to be breakdown because there's a couple secrets in the next one. So this next video, this one happens like real quick, but you have to slow it down in order to get each one. So I'm going to start with the obvious ones, and then the last ones I'm going to show because it's really, really creepy. And I know I keep saying this, but I know I'm not tripping about those ones, okay? So let's start with the obvious ones. So the first one is that we got this interesting message in yellow. Yellow looks like yellow paper. And it has, if you are able to enhance it and be able to make it clearer for you to see, it has this interesting note, and it says the disappearances, the sightings, all are true, all are connected. Nobody's safe, everybody suffers, some more than others. But you aren't powerless. If you believe, keep this note and find the next one this time next week. If not, if you don't, burn it. So that's what the note says. So, and I thought very interesting. Somebody is communicating with us. Whoever it is, someone is reaching out to us. Someone is communicating with us. And whoever it is, it's definitely it's crazy, because that means everything with the disappearances of the kids and the staff members and the sightings that the staff been seeing and everybody's been seeing, they're all true, connected, and so wonder who it is that's trying to communicate with us, trying to get in touch with us. So could be PW, but could be wrong. Every time I see stuff like this, it automatically has me thinking PW, and I don't like making assumptions like that. Who knows? But it can't. I don't know. What if? But anyways, the next one is very obvious because it's very blur, because it has you saying like step 6, and it has it very blur, but you can see it in red where it says like release the straps binding the giant. But of course, if anyone knew where this is from, and you've seen like these clips, we see these clips because Mob Entertainment has displayed these clips. These clips were from the previous restriction videos. The release the straps binding the giant, that was from the Kissy Missy restricted video of that 8/8 1995, the Hour of Joy, where she was strapped into the chair. That was from there, because if you see this, there's supposed to be the steps of how to transport Kissy Missy safely underground, and step 6 was supposed to be keep watch of giant during transit, but instead it was changed into red and says release the straps binding the giant. So that's what happened. And then you see the other clips from the previous restricted videos from the incident where Huggy Wuggy got loose, and also the experiment of Thomas Clark, who volunteered to be in the oh my gosh, what is the dinosaur's name? Braun the dinosaur. So but these were just previous restriction videos, and it's definitely quite interesting, because it shows us we're definitely getting closer to the ending of Poppy Playtime. This is it. It all comes down to the ending, you know. Everything we saw, every video we seen, it's all true. I mean, there's no lie in anything. So that's another thing. Now the next part is, it was pixelated, and we see these two messages, and it says like, can you see this? Can you hear us? Can you see this? So someone, like I said, someone is definitely communicating with us. And for some weird reason, like if you like adjust the setting, it has these strange lines above it. I wasn't able to quite like pull bits of it from it yet, but it does have these strange lines above the message though. So once again, somebody's trying to communicate with us, and it's actually last but not least, in the static screens, like in between this quick scene that we witness, in the beginning and the end of these statics that we see, there are two particular ones that I was able to quickly get screenshot and adjust it, because I knew there was something up with it. And I'm not tripping, because I knew something was up, because when I put this in slow motion as I was watching the clips, something wasn't right. So as I was adjusting these settings, you won't believe what I see. Okay, it looks like, I will show you the pictures, but it looks like someone or some things are watching us, or is watching us. I don't know, but I'm gonna show it. But it looks like we are being watched. Creepy. It's creepy. We are being watched. It looks like it. I know I'm not tripping, but that definitely looks like we are eyes, like we are being watched. It definitely looks like that. I'm not tripping. I'm not crazy. I'm not. I knew something was up. And it's creepy. We are being watched. Somebody's watching us. And Question is who? So that's another thing I wanted to, those are some secrets that I found in the video. So, okay, 2 more things that I found in the video. First things first, I was able to adjust this picture here. It looks like a poster, these 2 posters on the wall. Quite not sure of what this is exactly yet, but I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really cool and interesting, so I just wanted to show that off. Just because I thought it was interesting. So, yeah, very cool. But anyways, now I want to get to the last part, the ending of the video, because this part creeped me out. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to be having I don't know. I'm not going to be, look, this character is creepy, this new character, because this is not the prototype. This is definitely not the prototype, because the prototype was all metallic and metal. Like, this is furry, like hair, looks like fur, paws, everything. So, and this is the character that PW, Dr. Preston, runs into at the end of the video. And as we can see, and I was able to adjust the ending scene of this video, of him going down the stairs and turning and running into this character. And as you can see in the video, when he runs into this character is big, like doughy size, doughy the dough man size. And from this character, we see that from the top of its body, it has a very long neck, like a long neck, like bird neck, giraffe neck, you know, like Snitchel from Chowder's neck, okay, Rada. And it probably like a long neck, wide body, like, so, and we can see when he fell over, you can see the paws reaching out, grabbing him, like this is big paws, like really big paws. So we don't even know if this character is good or bad, and we don't know what happened to PW. We don't know what happened to Dr. Preston. Like, what's going on? So do I think Mob Entertainment's not done with these ARG videos? No, there is going to be more. There's definitely going to be more. They're going to keep giving us more, because of course there's gonna be a final trailer, and I'm looking forward to that, because these new characters, especially that one right there, that big one, that snitchel looking one. No. Big Bird, you know, Big Bird looking character. No. You know what? It could be Big Bird. Who knows? But it doesn't have a beak though. So, that's all I have for this video. So I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave comments, because I think I pretty much got all of them. How many secrets were that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? 13. Yeah, 13. I believe so, 13. So, pretty good. So, hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I am now going to go get some sleep, because I am tired and I have accomplished what I needed to do. So, bye.